morning, team. Happy Tuesday. Happy Thanksgiving. I hope and trust that you had a great weekend with friends and family, resting, and enjoying some turkey and the following tryptophan overdose. Hopefully you got a chance to maybe watch some sports or go outside, or maybe like me, you stayed up late last night to watch the next trailer of the upcoming Star Wars movie. Whatever you did, I hope it was a great weekend. Trying something new here today. Over communication, excellent communication is a core value for us at CEM. And I know we work hard at it. We try to have team meetings monthly where we can talk. We try to communicate through email or other forms in between, but our business and our industry are changing and moving so quickly that I felt perhaps there's value in doing something on a weekly basis like this, where I give you some of the updates. So we're going to try it. I welcome and crave your feedback and hope that we find a way that these can be not just something that Matt does that's cheesy, but more that something that's action-packed and full of information that helps you understand the business and your role within it. So a couple tidbits that got me excited to do this, because last week was such a busy, full week, lots of excitement. I wanted to pass along to you, starting with our friends at Irving Tissue. They submitted their grant application last week, which means they are taking the next step towards that large grant for their project. Similarly, one step further in the process, our friends at ADM have been approved for their grant. So yeah, that's exciting. They have a notional $10 million grant approved for their project in Windsor, which we hope to get started on the feed work for. We had a lot of our key people traveling last week to various parts of the world for various different reasons. Martin was in Europe for the bulk of the week, really investigating technologies that can fit within what we are calling our post-carbon strategy. So as our clients and as politicians move away from a fossil fuel-based energy platform, they're encouraging us and inviting us as their partners to look at technologies that are not burning fossil fuel but can still help them with their energy needs. So Martin was looking at biomass, biogas, gasification, organic Rankine cycle, turbine systems. So lots of different technologies. He was establishing contacts, just seeing installations, real industrial installations where the system has been put in. So look forward to a lunch and learn from him in the coming weeks so that he can unpack further what he's been doing and what he found out in that space. Gary was out in Calgary last week looking after some customers, NMAX and Alberta Infrastructure, just really strengthening those relationships so that those can be successful projects and CEM can continue our foothold in Alberta. We're excited about that being our next market to really strengthen our base there. We see Alberta as Ontario 5 years ago in terms of what they're doing with energy and environmental policy. So we want to be there, be present on the ground, have real projects so that when the market does continue to grow, we are positioned to succeed like we have in Ontario. Pascal was closer to home. He was at the Energy into Action event in Mississauga, where a bunch of local distribution companies come together to talk about conservation measures. So we had a booth there. We unrolled our new backdrop for our booth, which looks like $1 million. So thank you to Natalie and to Nicole for doing a great job pulling that together. Pascal had a chance to meet with industry reps, but more importantly, some of our clients. For example, International Wax was there at the booth meeting with Pascal, so that was a great time. Excited that some of our old clients are back on the radar. Monahan Mushrooms, for example, you may remember a mushroom farm, a large mushroom farm in Milton. Their project potentially is back on the rails. And even more real is our friends at Dare Foods in Kitchener and Milton. You'll remember that we unfortunately had to part ways with that client because their key project manager was not treating our team properly, and we decided that life is too short to engage in those kind of relationships. We found out last week that Dare Foods leadership also made the same assessment that we did, and unfortunately their project manager is no longer with them for the same reasons that we parted ways, but they want to put the project back on the rails the family that owns Dare believes in the project. They believe in us. And so there's a meeting this morning where we are going to hopefully get that project back on the rails. Looking forward to this week, quite excited about a lot that's happening. The issue for construction package of International Wax is going to be issued on Friday. That's a big milestone. Well done to that team. Keep pressing hard to get that done this week, and we're going to do a great job and get that out to the client. Sunnybrook Health Sciences, late Friday, through Merck's and Bedingo. Thank you, Steve, for the heads up. Their RFP for engineering services went on the street. Sunnybrook is a project that we've been working on for a long time. About 5 or 6 years ago, Micah Fuller started this project. 5 years later, Micah now has 3 kids, and the project is finally coming to fruition. So welcome to the public sector, but it's real. We are the incumbent. We're going to fight like mad to get that project, and so we're going to start unpacking what does our proposal look like. How do we put together the best representation of our team and our skills? If you're interested in what that process looks like or want to be a part of that, let me know, and we'd love to engage you in that. Another opportunity is with the egg carton manufacturer in Brantford, Hartman. They're going to go with a third-party ownership system for their CHP, and so we will partner with Hamilton Utilities Commission, HUC, and EPSAB, the engine guys, and we're going to do a great bid there. Lots of other stuff. Even though it's a short week, it's going to be an action-packed week. Encourage you to work hard, to lead with your heart instead of with your mind, and encourage you to have a great week. Look forward to connecting with all of you this week.